Hi guys, it's Ray here from Man City Fan TV. Well, City beat Hoffenheim 2-1 in the last game of the group stages of the Champions League, and we on paper comfortably qualified with 13 points. We top our group, so we'll play, as I said earlier in the day, one of four teams: Atletico Madrid, Schalke 04, Roma or Ajax, who all finished second in their group. Other teams who finished second, we can't play them because Lyon, we've already played them in our group. And I think there's United, Tottenham and Liverpool all finished second, so we can't play them either. So glad we won the game. I'm glad we topped the group. It's a funny old game. It's one of those where we only needed a draw, or at least to get the same results as Lyon to be top the group. We put a decent team out there. I mean, I said that when the team was announced, that's a strong team, good forward line, decent midfield, and very experienced defenders. But we played John Stones out of position, played him at right back, and probably within about 15 to 20 minutes, he looked like Pep. And he had Walker warming up, and was it to scare Stones into playing better? We weren't playing great. Hoffenheim, they gave it everything tonight. Take nothing away from them. They threw everything at us. Whenever they attacked, they did leave big gaps. They did leave the door open. They threw everything they could at us. And they were quite dangerous. They had quite a number of chances. I think, personally think, they could have scored another goal or two. We got lucky. Edison made a couple of good saves. We could have had a hatful again. I mean, probably the most ridiculous situation was when I think they had a corner. The ball came out to Raheem Sterling. He was 5 or 10 yards outside our own penalty area, and no Hoffenheim players were ahead of him apart from the keeper. So he just legged it down that other side of the pitch. We ended up with 3 against the keeper, and so Sterling passed it to Sane. It should have been a tap in from Sane, and for whatever reason, it's only he will know why. He didn't just stick it in the net, and he put it back for Bernardo Silva, who looks a bit surprised that the ball's come out to him, and ended up getting knocked away, I think, for a corner or something ridiculous. We are so wasteful at times in front of goal. It's beggars belief, and I think we hit the woodwork twice in the first half, had another couple of good chances. We should have scored a hatful again. But I mean, Hoffenheim leaving all those gaps, leaving all that space for us every time they attacked. They left big gaps for us for us to get our opportunities. So I mean, it's a bit. I don't think it's reflective of the team's abilities, and although we won, it's been a struggle this campaign. And on paper, it should have been an easy campaign with Shakhtar, with Hoffenheim, and Lyon. And to be quite honest, I mean, besides battering Shakhtar home and away, we struggled in all the other games. Hoffenheim have done us twice where they scored an early goal and we've had to come back. And although we've had the possession and lots of chances, they've had lots of opportunities too. Lyon give us a lesson at our place, let's be quite honest. They got 2 ahead and they held on to win the game. At their place, it's a bit hazy trying to remember a couple of weeks back. I think they should have won. I think we were lucky to get out of that game. The same way we were lucky to, I think, get the victory in Hoffenheim. I think David Silva's late goal. So overall, I mean, it's a funny old campaign. Not the quality that you'd have expected, you'd have hoped for. Maybe it was too easy on paper, and our performances reflected that. It's quite disappointing, but we got through. And today, as I said, we had a hatful of chances. Sane should have had a hat-trick. He scored 2. I think he was a deserved man of the match. Scintillating performance, but they were a bit weak down the sides. I mean, it was very easy for Sane. Not say easy, but they had too much pace and skill and trickery and class than the fullbacks marking them. Word for Foden, I think he started a bit shakily, a bit weak with a couple of passes. But it's only natural. I mean, he's only 18 years old. He's only a kid. Give him a break. He needs a little bit more time. And the more time he spent on the pitch, the better he looked. The more confident he looked. And the more he looked like he deserved to be there. Some very nice touches in and amongst the players going forward. One great run when I think Sterling had the ball out on the right, and Foden busted a gut to get to the edge of the box. And Sterling saw him, Foden had his arm up, Sterling saw him, crossed it in, and Foden absolutely belted it at the goal. Keeper just got a touch. It might have been going over or on its own, but it was a great shot, great technique to keep it as down as he did, rather than belting it high into the stands. We had Vinny come on late, took Bernardo off. I think I joked, maybe to shore up stuff. But overall, I've got to mention that Walker came on at half-time for John Stones. Yeah, I don't think we should be playing John Stones on as right back. I mean, play Walker or buy somebody else who can play right back. Simple as that. I'm disappointed a little at the moment with our fullbacks. Obviously, Mendy's injured, and he's our only proper left back. Walker's injured. He's our only proper right back. We've got Danilo who can come in, but he's the only guy, and he seems to be injured a bit at the moment. So, I don't think Pep will address it in January, but it's something to think about. And yeah, was I happy or disappointed? Slightly disappointed. We had so many chances. We should have battered them. Some good performances from players. Some silly mistakes. Laporte put his hands on a player in the box and giving him the opportunity to go down very, very easily. I think Gabby put in a shift. As usual, his link-up play, brilliant. Worked really hard. Poor guy, I don't know what he has to do to score. He had that great header in the first half when he looked like he had no right or reason to get ahead of those two big burly defenders, but he got his head on the ball. Unfortunately for him, hit the post. Great chance, not a great chance, but a great attempt to score from an acute angle where the keeper just flicked it away in the second half from Gabby. He worked tirelessly. Really wish he could have scored. I think there's a couple of other times where the players could have put him in. He just needs that goal, and I'm now desperate for him to score. I'm desperate for him to find his feet. You can see on his face and the way he plays, he's trying so hard to help the team. And he just needs that goal, and I think get a goal or two, and he'll be flying again. Fingers crossed. Otherwise, you can't score no matter how much you're doing for the team. At some point, we're gonna end up looking elsewhere. Not right now, but I can see come the summer we'll be looking for another striker. So, end of the day, we're glad to get the win, glad to get through the Champions League. I think now we wait till February for the next round, and so we can focus on the league and the cups, and starting with Everton this weekend. So, well played, lads, overall. But you've got to book up your ideas. We do need a little bit more consistency, a bit more class. And Hoffenheim, I'll say it again, to their credit, they really give us a good game. They really give it everything. They threw everything they had at us, and it's surprising they're struggling in the German league when they can play this good against City. So we roll on to Saturday. I'm still in France at the weekend, so Andy, fingers crossed he'll be going to the game. If you're around to Everton, guys, go up to Andy, say hello. He's usually, or when we're both there, we're always at the Blue Moon Cafe around there before the game. If you're there before the game, go and talk to him. After the game, he'll be around the Blue Moon Cafe behind the City Store or near Somerby's, that sort of area. You can catch him on Twitter. Go and have a look, find him, get your voice heard, get your opinions across to other City fans. Fingers crossed we give Everton a good pasting. For however good they're playing now. It's one of those teams in the last, in the few years, when Moyes was there, they were really a bit of a bogey team, give us a hard time. So I always enjoy it when we can give them a good old a rollicking, let's say. Very careful with my words there, nearly said something a bit naughty. So yeah, guys, if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We know we do this all for free. We do it for you guys. We don't ask for any money, and we don't get any money. And we go to all the matches that we do go to. Usually just about every home game. It's just a very rare occasions that Andy's quite ill today, and I'm out of the country, so it's just one of those things. So get, at games, come up to us, get your voice across, get your opinions heard, and so as I said, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon so you're notified as soon as new videos come out, and we'll see you around Blues.